What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Final Fantasy 13-2 post-game. Yes, I'm bringing you all the weird, the marvelous, the magical, and all the cool, exciting bits of the post-game stuff. I'm, of course, way away from the story here. In front of us lies a temporal rift. As you may remember from before, during the storyline, there were these little puzzles, especially in Uerba, like the joining the gems or the flipping the... I wouldn't say flipping the floor, more like you can only stand on the floor spot one time, you know what I mean. Those kind of puzzles throughout the game. And there is a third type of puzzle to be found called the Hands of Time. Supposedly one of the hardest puzzles you'll ever come up against in a computer game, strangely enough. So we're going to try it out completely without aid, without guidance, and just see exactly how hard they can be, plus revealing the rest of the story from Yasha's Massif. Because we have experienced this area several times with the Rubies of Grief, we're in a good position to fight the final boss of this area, so to speak. So let's get on with the Hands of Time! Okay, Temporal Rift, the Hands of Time. The mystery of this Temporal Rift is known as the Hands of Time. To resolve this anomaly, you must erase all the crystal numbers from the clock face. You can choose any of the numbers from which to start. When you stand on a crystal number and press A, the two clock hands will move and the crystal you are standing on will disappear. Starting from the location where you are standing, the clock hands will tick in opposite directions and come to rest in positions a number of spaces away equal to the crystal number that disappeared. This sounds really complicated. I can understand why those people complain it was hard. You can now choose to erase a crystal number from one of the positions where the clock hands have stopped. These positions will be marked with a glowing circle. Think carefully about where the clock hands will end up as you choose which crystal number to erase. If both clock hands stop in positions where no crystal numbers are present, you have no choice but to select retry. Once you have erased all the crystal numbers, you can continue to the exit portal. That sounds difficult. I guess the only way to do it is by trying it. I was about to say no time. Oh, timer. Damn. Right then, quick puzzle. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Easy. This one's not hard at all. I guess this is the starter warm-up one. We go 3, 2, down to this one, hit the 1, bring it up to the 2, and we're across for the final one. No problemo, straight off the bat. So that wasn't hard. Of course, they get bigger. There's more hands, or less, well, not hands, more like time faces, but there's no timer for this one. So that gives us a little bit of time to kind of analyze what's going on here. Now, what I'm thinking is whatever number we start on probably is one which you can't finish on or can't get to from normal methods. So for example, if we find one which you can't just get to, oh no, all of these you can get to from another number. So where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, let's start with a 1. 1, 2, 3 would bring us to the 2. We could go 2. No, that's not working. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2. No, I'm not sure what to do with this one. Blooming hell. Where to start? Where to start? I'm going to start at the top. I'm just going to wing a try. I'm going to watch out for these freeze, because they end up in blank spots. So actually I have to clear the freeze. The freeze are the focal points, I think. Freeze are what I need to focus on. Right, I don't even think I can get to that top 3 now. No, I can't. Okay. Failing at the second part of the first Hands of Time puzzle. Not good. Right. So we need to clear the freeze, so we may as well start with a number 3. Let's start with the freeze amongst the 2s. Actually, that one couldn't be reached by any other number, could it? That was the starting point. That should most likely is the starting point. Now it's getting it right from here. That's the only remaining issue, is getting it right from this spot onwards. Right, if I go 1 to the 3, I go up to 2, and end up back at the 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then nothing. Oh no, that's right, isn't it? Was I just saying the right answer? 1 to the 3, to that 2, down to... Well, no, wait a second. 1, 2, to that 3, to that 2, to that 1, to that 3, to that 2. That's right, isn't it? Only way to know is to give it the actual shot it needs. Okay, 2. Yeah, to the 1, 3, 2. Okay, not hard, not too hard. Just put a little bit of thought to it. It is actually as I first thought. Find the one that is completely isolated. So obviously that isn't... We got a timer again. Not good. We can get to that 2. Oh, we can get to every single one of them on this one. And again, that sucks. It must be an isolated one. No, because these ones make them all unisolated. I'm not sure I like that. I think I've just messed it. Yes, I've just messed it. I've completely messed that up. No, I haven't. I've got it. What am I talking about? Had it right first time. What are you gone? These Hands of Time puzzles are complicated. Stage 3. Hopefully no timers. Is that 6 or... Adding more numbers into it. Look how big this is. Right, let's analyze again. Can the 4 be reached by anything? 4 can be reached by the 3 over there. 4. And the 2 can be reached by the 3. This 4 can be reached by nothing. Oh no, the 4 can be reached by the 5 at the very top. 3 can reach the... 3 can be reached by the 2. This 3 can be reached by the 1. Well, 5 obviously can be reached. The 5 here can be reached by the 3. The 2 here can be reached by the 4 down here. Obviously my theory is crumbling. Except the 4 there. The 4 there cannot be reached by anything. If I'm correct. Sounds like a good place to start. Right, so does 6 actually bring you to a complete 6 brings you to the complete opposite spot. So for example, we went 2, 6, and then we were back to that 1. What can I reach the 5s through? The 3s. For some reason I think 1 and then this 3 would be good. I don't know why I thought that now. That's kind of funny how I all of a sudden think I messed it up. 5. No. This has not gone right at all. The puzzles stay the same though. Yes, they do. So that 4, I think, is our starting point, personally. Alright, I think this start is correct. I think up until this point is correct. Now it's where to go from here. If not, then I'm completely wrong and I need to reevaluate. Obviously I went 3 to the 5, which then ended up with me completely messed up. So we'll see one more time if there's anywhere to go from here, any moves to make. that are any good. Right. That's not any good. At all. So I need to get rid of that 4 somehow. That remaining 4, however, cannot be cleared no matter what now, so that's completely useless. I hate this puzzle! This puzzle sucks! No matter what, I get the same answers in my head and they all are wrong. They all are wrong. But is this possibly correct? This is the correct answer! The correct answer has been found at last! With the knowledge that the 4s are bad, the 4s are evil. We finally got there, and got out of there. Thankfully, you wouldn't have to have put up with all the stress and frustration of that puzzle, because the power of editing. But yes, I can understand slight bit why these puzzles were complained about now. I can understand why people consider them hard. Because they are. Again, pen and paper, and you're not trying to do it fast, you probably could work out a really efficient way in which to encounter them. Go away, imps. Trying to get on the rambunctious chocobo. Oi, rambunctious, give us your cool music. So we can get to our next Hands of Time puzzle on the way! And so we're here at the next Temporal Rift. Ready to get back into action in more Hands of Time puzzles. God, they hurt, but they're here to do.
This rift is from many centuries ago, Kubel. It was sealed by a powerful spell. But the magic is very old, and now the effect is starting to fade, Kubel.
An ancient seal from centuries ago. You have to be talking about a spell cast by the Seers.
Come on, Noel. We have to go and fix the paradox.
Ooh, this one seems to be partly to do with storyline, it seems. A bit more than just the other one. I guess the other one was an introductory one, so that possibly means that things are getting harder from here on out. More Hands of Time! Right then. I bet you guys are there like instantly, oh, I can get this done. No clock for this one, so that's decent. Right, let's work this out, eh? 3, 2, 2 can be reached. The 3 can be reached by the 4. For some reason I just want to start with the 4. We want to end up on one of those ones. Probably messed this up already looking at it. We could just work this one out anyway, like 4 to the 3. 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. 3. Over to that 3. Over to nothing, because that doesn't work. 1 to that 3. Then that 3 can go to the 2. Nope, because I still need to hit one of these extra 3s. Well, actually, 3 can go to that 3, which can go to that one. Which can go to that one. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so this is how I'm seeing it. 1 to the 3, to that 2, then to that 3, which brings me to that 3, which brings me up to this 1, which brings me to the 4, which means I can get round to the 3, which brings me to the 1 and round. That sounds like it works. Now, sounds like it works. And actually works. Two different concepts. Two different concepts. I nearly messed that up. I nearly forgot what I was saying. But no, it does actually work. One more stage down. It can only get harder from here. Ho, ho, ho. Not really enjoying that fact at all. Resolve the anomaly. Okay. Starting with the number 5. 4 can reach the 5. For some reason, I just love to get the big numbers away from my board as quickly as possible. I just don't like them. Of course, now if I don't go to the 4, then I'm screwed no matter what, which means I probably am messed up no matter what anyway, because I can't reach the 2 up the top. Not good. Right. 3 to the 1, to the 2, to the 3, to the 1, to the 4. I need to get rid of one of these 4s, I'm sure. Too many big numbers is generally always bad. They just don't seem to work in my head. But then there's no other. The only other way to get to that 5 is via the 4, which would be via this 2, which the only way to get to that 2 is the 3. So if I go 3, 2, 4, 5, which would bring me round to this 3, which would be the 1, and that's cock-blocked. Okay. Oh, I hate these puzzles, man. Five, and then that brings me... Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm not just thinking clearly enough. Maybe I'm completely wrong, because of course there's no way to get to the top 2 numbers. Complete split and divide. I can do one side, not the other. So guys at home, can you do this puzzle? Because I certainly can't. That's for sure. Well, that's for very sure. Ah! That one. That one. That one is the only thing between me and victory. I hate it. That 5 goes to a direct opposite, doesn't it? These 4s, they're doing my head in. It's the 4s again. Right, so we go 1, 2, 4, and over to the 3, which brings me down to the 2, which brings back to the 1 to the 2. That sounds right. Now, if I can only remember what on earth I just said. Which brings me down to the 3, which brings me over to the 2. Back up to the 1. And we are done. Oh, you time puzzles, you are so annoyingly bad. Supposedly these are all random generated as well, so there's like this thing that you can use, that someone's designed a program that you can use to crack the clock, as it were, but there's no actual guide that you can use to do straight clock puzzles because it's all randomly generated. It's different for every person, which is quite a nice touch, I think. So we got basically a bigger one involving 4s again, where it just turns into pains of big numbers not being able to control them as well as you'd like. Which which is basically how I view this kind of scenario. That was probably the wrong answer. As I go into nothingness. Next one. Right. I mean, the 5s and the 4s are the killer objects here. They really do just kill you off. Right, so that 4... I need that 3 to get to that 5. Which begs the question, how do I get around to that 4 now? Which is impossible. I mean, that looks like most of what this section puzzle is. It's not too hard, but still, it's just insanity driven anyway. Right, 3 to the 3. 1, 2, 4, 1, 4, 5, 2. Oh my god, I hate you. Where to start? Where to start? Start with the one I failed on last time, of course. Always seems like a good principle, doesn't it? He says with no real conviction. As if you've noticed he's actually solved the puzzle. Yes! Lovely job. Anomaly resolved.
There's a story that's been passed down for generations that the people of my time believed was true. Long ago, a bloodthirsty monster attacked the city of Padra and wreaked havoc on its residents. Only a lone Cirrus had the strength to seal the beast. I had a strong feeling we were going to encounter that monster in the labyrinth. But we didn't. There was no trace of him anywhere. Still, something was wrong. I couldn't help thinking there was something we couldn't see, hidden from us. I was overcome with a sense of unease.
The Book of Shambhala. And a wild artifact, lovely.
I won't be able to complete my thesis if I leave now.
I'm glad for you, lady, but we're off back to the Historia Crux because there's one more puzzle to do in Yashas Massif. One more round of the horrific Hands of Time in order to unleash a boss upon us. Because the backstory of Yashas Massif is that there was an event that happened far in the past, a kind of unexplained event. Obviously, just then that cutscene's basically saying that a monster was involved in said event. But what happened was in the event is that the CRS, who isn't allowed to interrupt with the flow of time, isn't allowed to change anything, had to change something, and something bad happened because of it. Sealed away a monster, and that's where we are now, so straight to Yashas Massif. Welcome back, guys. We're standing again, yet in front of another temporal rift, but this is the last one. And with this, we'll have revealed, oh, there's Fenrir up there, all of Yashas Massif's story, so let's just go.
This rift is part of the paradox that was sealed by the Cirrus, Kupo.
No, the ancient seal has been broken? No, we have to stop this before someone gets hurt.
I hear you. Let's go!
Okay, another round of the horrific puzzles. So this one looks... oh, it's timer. Timer, why is the timer back? Ugh. This one doesn't look too hard. Not at all. Let's hope they're all like this. If I messed that one up, I would have been sad with myself. Just pray they're not all timed, and we'll be fine. How many stages is there in this one as well, I wonder? Lots of threes, okay. 3 to 1, 3, 2, 2. Actually, this is one's troublesome. I guess if I don't do it in the timer, it will change the type of puzzle as well. Right, the freeze I can't line up correctly. I can't keep them in my head as being correct, but I just have to go with I have to make a shot, basically. Shot in the dark. Complete shot in the dark and it failed. And the puzzle's changed. That's not good. Right then. Oh, this is so confusing. The puzzle's changed and we have no groundwork set, as it were. So that means that every time it changes, we'll have learned nothing. We have to do a completely new puzzle in the time limit every time. Otherwise, we just can't do it, full stop. So this is going to be hard, but we got 2 stages down. Now we've got the horrible, dreaded number 4 in there. I hate you, number 4. I should have went for the 2. I should have did the 2. It says, but strangely enough, I've got this one first time as well. My luck is with me here. After all the horrificness on the previous puzzles, obviously I'm going to get blocked on stage 4. I'm hoping this is the last stage, because I don't want to be doing this anymore. Right, considering we've got a timer, we just have to roll with it and try to get it right as we go along, I guess. Clear out the big numbers a little bit. How do we get back round to those 4s looking at it? That's my main problem. I think this one is messed up now, properly messed up. I have to keep this 2, really? Oh no, the 3 can't lead me anywhere. Well, that's a fail. Can we quickly look for the isolated number? Except how can there be isolated numbers when you got such a diverse amount of gigantic numbers? Oh my god, what's with all the 5s and the 4s? Maybe I should just keep clicking retry until it gives me a really nice easy puzzle. That'd be kind of interesting. I've just realised here that I'm supposed to keep my odd numbers. I need to keep the odd numbers no matter what. Because they're the only ones that can change where I go with my stuff. In fact, I've already messed it up because that 2 is unreachable. I really have to keep track of odd and even as well by the look of it. But here we got a massive mix of odd and even, which is horrific. Even numbers are actually really bad in this, looking at it. I've got 2 5s. What am I supposed to do with so many 5s? Messed up. I needed to get rid of the 1s. The 1s were the danger number. I think I can get round to the 4, can't I? But I can't get to the 1. How painful. Resolve the anomaly! Lots of 1s at least, so if we get rid of the big numbers, we should be in good shape. This is probably the wrong move to make. I need to end up on this 1 as a final statement, I think. I think that is what I'm doing. 3 to this 1, the 2, the The 3 will bring me down to the bottom 1, which enables me to go up to the 5. And back down to the other 5. Lovely jubbly.
We stepped into the rift and solved the paradox. It was the same paradox, the same ancient threat that Yule had banished into the void beyond so long ago. The Seeress distorted the timeline to save an entire city. But I have to wonder, what went through her mind as she performed such an act? Did she know how her intervention would change things? Did she look into the future? Was she able to see the consequences of what she did?
Space-time distortion has appeared. Where? Chocobocolina? Oh, well, first of all, monsters in front of the rambunctious Chocobo. So I'm not exactly sure what the story is in Yasha's... well, this place at all, really. It's all around the place, really.
Is that it?
It's probably what you get when you split something to so many time zones. Apart from the Vile Peaks, of course. If you remember the Vile Peaks, that was the perfect side quest area. That's probably one of the best side quest areas I've ever played in any game. It was somewhat fan surfacey in the fact that it gives you SADs and lightning, but the story flow of it had its own little contained story. That was good. I'd say the Yasha's Massif is a little bit too fragmented as a whole. We should be coming up to where the distortion is. Another ruby has appeared. Let's see what's going on.
Travelers of the timeline, can you hear me?
No, it's her!
Yule!
Yes, I am Padrasu Yule, servant of the goddess, witness to the timeline. I have committed an unforgivable crime, and now I must pay the price for my sins. Many years ago, evil in the form of a merciless beast materialized in the city of Padra. It was no ordinary creature, but one that devoured time instead of prey. In order to free our city of the menace, I had no choice but to banish it into the void beyond. There was peace once again in Padra. However, this created a distortion in time that continued to grow. As it spread, it began to swallow innocent victims, one by one. When they were taken, all that remained were crimson orbs. Orbs that contained their grief and anguish. Each one a silent reproach, reminding me of the terrible mistake that I had made. But look what is happening. The creature cannot be imprisoned for eternity. It is trying to break free to once again feed on time. I cannot banish it now, not like I did all those centuries ago. Travelers of time, listen to me. The terrible beast must be defeated.
Right, the Yasha's Massif, 110 AF. The root cause of the tragedy that's gripped this land is now clear. A giant monster, Ugalu Fragment.
Yule.
Okay, I need to sort this out. So one of the Yules from long ago caused a distortion in time to banish the monster and save the city. But then that caused another distortion.
Right. And that created a paradox, which is what we're facing now. Yule knew what the future was going to bring when she made her choice. She knew she was going to cause pain and suffering for a lot of people. But she also knew that was her only choice. Her anguish remains in these ruins in the form of a ruby of grief.
That's awful. Noel, we have to stop her suffering. Let's show her that she did the right thing. If we defeat the monster, we should be able to set her free.
The Defeat the ancient evil. We'll get on that straight away. Map. Where are you? Back in the center of it all. Where did the rambunctious Chocobo walk off to? I was like loads of people going, ooh, Chocobo. Are you really running away? Seriously? It's like looking at me like, nah. Screw you then. I'll walk. Blooming Chocobo. There's one over here. I'll take him instead. As if a black hole monster doesn't swallow me up and appear like last time. But I won't run away this time. Strong enough to face any challenge, including this monster ahead. As long as I've got metal Chocobo music going on. Oh yeah. Hello engineer guy. Excuse me. Time to find out what's going on. Ugalu fragment target located. Okay, you're big actually. Let us start the fight with my overpowered characters. What was that roar exactly? Oh my god, massive buffs to yourself. Dispel him. Dispel. Dispel him.
You okay?
You don't need to do it that way, just dispel. Oh, never mind, whatever, just kill it. It's almost staggered after all. Well, Sarah's been debuffed quite nicely as well, actually. Time to change yet? No, let's go one more round. In fact, Sarah has been beaten on. The poison debuff itself is really deadly. And there goes Ugalu.
Thank you.
I hope we did it. I hope we were able to end her suffering.
I'm sure we did.
In an effort to save the people of the city, Yule broke her oath and tampered with time. This caused a disturbance in the timeline, which led to the creation of a paradox. And the death of many innocent people. I have to wonder, did Yule make the right choice? Was there even a right choice to make? If she had done nothing, people would have died. But the city that Yule so desperately hoped to save was eventually destroyed. No matter what her decision, either choice would have eventually led to the death of the people of Padra. I don't have the ability to see into the future like she does, and I'm thankful for that. If we knew the outcome of all our actions, wouldn't we just give up? What would be the point of trying? But I can't see what's going to happen. I don't have the power to know what tomorrow may bring. And that's why we can still hope and believe in the future.
And that's the storyline of Yashas Massif wrapped up. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the post game. Next time we'll probably be trying out some Paradox endings again. See you around, guys.